because GeekyHiJynx requested me to come back, it's a little side cameo from Mr. J. So we'll disregard the fact that the screen popped in. Number 2.
That was the longest number 2 I've ever heard.
Pardon?
Guys.
Oh, I'm sure that you've heard longer number 2.
Oh yeah, there you go. Never disappoint.
Well, speaking about long, I know somebody who has something that many would consider long. Are you guys ready?
Oh, yes.
It's a perfect introduction, John.
What's up, Shawn?
I was really intrigued.
I'm so happy to be off of work and here with you guys.
Shawn, if you haven't been watching, I've lost like 400 subscribers because
It's been amazing.
So are you negative?
I'm on I'm 22 subscribers right now. 22 subscribers.
Okay. Those are some good people then.
I've been, dude, I'm telling you, been handed my ass on a silver platter. Like seriously, like, people they hate me, Shawn. But it's my turn again. It's my number 2, guys. And what's my hot take this time again?
I can't wait. Shawn, you're gonna love it, man. He's been shocking us all the entire night.
Oh, dear.
Again, I just want to remind everybody, I'm not doing this in order of most shocking. I'm just doing release date order. So we're jumping all the way to 2009. And I think some people may know. Some people may know just from the release date alone. Yeah, 2009 was Avatar.
Never seen Avatar?
What? Never seen Avatar.
What? What's wrong with you?
I just haven't gotten around to watching Avatar.
It's from the director of Terminator and Titanic.
Can I say something real quick? I have so many chances to watch Avatar, but I want to wait until they re-release it in theaters, because that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna re-release it in theaters to make more money before the second one comes out. I think it comes out, it's not next year, it's 2023, I believe. And I know by 2023 they're gonna re-release it. It's gonna be in the best quality it's ever been, and that's saying a lot considering it's already like great quality. Guys, I'm sorry, I may wait to watch it in theaters.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry. I'm disappointing a lot of people here. I will purposefully wait to watch it in theaters again. So I may not watch it until 2023 on purpose.
It's tough. I can't fully blame you for that, because obviously that is the best experience. Like, we would all be lying if we said otherwise, especially for a movie like this. Yeah, shoot. I can't fully blame you, but I wouldn't say, like, if you had access, if it was like a nice enough TV and if you had it on like Blu-ray or 4K or whatever the case may be, that it wouldn't be like, oh no, don't watch it, definitely wait. Because I still think you would still like get the whole encapsulated experience. That's a tough one. And I can't fully blame you for that, but yeah, I don't know, man. That's because it is a good movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's the highest grossing film of all time. It beat Endgame again. It's monumental. It's monumental. I lost out on seeing it, and now I'm purposefully not watching it.
That makes sense. I cannot wait to see. I mean, he's been working on this movie for 12 years now. The next 4 films. So I'm super curious to see what he's come up with. I'm hoping it's just as groundbreaking as what Avatar was when it came out in 2009.
Yeah. It's more the technical aspect, John. Like I'm more shocked about, because to see that film in 3D, was ridiculous. Like literally, like every scene, I couldn't believe my eyes what I was seeing. Like literally, like there's a scene, like near the beginning of the film, you see these big wheels turning when they're on like little human bay, and it literally felt like the tire was about to crush you. That's how good the 3D was. It's just amazing. Great soundtrack. The ending of the film is amazing, and like Shawn said, like he's been lining them up. But I think to watch it on TV, I'd rate it as you wait for it to go on the big screen, and then you can soak it in. Best way to watch it if you want to watch it for the first time.
Yeah, seeing it in IMAX in 3D, like I will never forget that. I think I saw that movie at least 5 times in theaters, just because
4 times.
it was unlike anything I'd ever seen before.
What's Dan's number 2? Dan, come on, man.
So my number 2 is
Your number 2.
Number 2.
Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse Now.
Ooh.
Francis
That's
Ford Coppola.
Respectable. Respectable.
I haven't seen this either. I have no words. I haven't seen it either.
That's one you can't be mad at, really, because most people haven't seen that. It's just one of the ones you get around to in your own time. When
I have this really cool set though, so I do own it. And it's
He owns so many movies he hasn't seen.
Yeah, wait, Dan, do you own all the movies on your list that you haven't seen?
Yes.
Shawn, have you seen Apocalypse Now?
I have, yes.
What do you think?
I like it. It's definitely one of the. It's like Full Metal Jacket for me. Like I respect the film more than I like. It's not something that I like want to be like, oh, let's watch Apocalypse Now, tonight. Like that's not what it is. But I respect it for filmmaking and everything that they went through to actually make the film.
I think Platoon's a better film, in my opinion.
I have not seen Platoon.
That's a really good. And We Were Soldiers is great with Mel Gibson.
I have Platoon, but I have not seen it.
I think it's much better than. I like Apocalypse Now, but Platoon's much better.
My friends, I love the conversation we're having right now.
Sorry, go ahead.
Can Shawn do me a favor? To your left, can you rip that reserve seat right, like the sticker right off?
Way.
Wait,
Because we got Mr. Anthony.
Yes.
Fever Dreamland Theater is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo. What's up, fellas?
Hey,
The Cinema Squad.
Not much, Anthony, other than my fucking night is made by you and Shawn being here.
I missed your mean mug, Anthony.
I missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All 6 of you guys.
Even yourself.
Even myself. No, let me see. 5. I'm a little drunk. I'm sorry. I'm counting the duck. No.
So the second to last one is a Western. And I know Western is not everybody's favorite genre to begin with. However, I feel like this is a Western that's a little bit more recent and seems to have a lot of like critical and fan acclaim behind it. And that is No Country for Old Men.
Wait, who did that? I did not put that.
Anthony.
Sorry.
You came online just to tell me.
Have you been spoiled? Have you been spoiled on it, Jace?
No. Yeah.
Okay, good. Because it's a little
I
older, so it's good that you haven't been spoiled.
Yeah, I have no idea what happens in the movie. All I know is Javier Bardem gives like a performance of a lifetime, it seems like. But I have purposely strayed away from like watching any clips from it or anything other than the trailer that I saw a long ass time ago. But because I've heard so many good things about it, I've tried to kind of like not see too much until I get a chance to just actually see the movie. So I'm very excited to see this one. I haven't gotten around to. Yeah, but I hear that it is like a great one as far as Westerns go. So I'm looking forward to it.
This is kind of off topic, but the Power of the Dog reminds me a lot of No Country for Old Men, which I just watched. They're very similar and kind of like building the tension, slow burn. There's an evil villain, But Jace, you would love No Country for Old Men. Such a good film.
I watched it. I need to rewatch it because I watched it at an age I was like 20 when it came out, and I think I was too young to appreciate it. You know, because my headspace was still in like action Spider-Man film kind of headspace. You know what I mean? Oh, I wasn't above like those kind of films, but I think that film was just I think I'd appreciate it more now if I watched it now as opposed to back then. So, but it was good, really good, and some really creepy, like iconic scenes in that film, like especially in the shop. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I think No Country for Old Men is a great film. That year was a great year for film.
So
There Will
good.
Be Blood. There Will Be Blood. No Country for Old Men. Those are just two. Javier Bardem. Javier Bardem. Jesus Christ, does the
Yeah.
guy transform?
Mhm.
It's man. The only thing that I could see some people having an issue with the film is that it kind of just it ends.
Mhm.
It kind of just like it ends on like a monologue and that's it.
Hmm.
But
That
I
was
think it
my only.
means.
That was my slight hang up
Oh, yeah?
with it. I know exactly what you. Not to go into spoilers, but yeah, I tend to agree. So that was my first impression. Was like, okay. Well, it's still a good movie though.
That monologue has stayed with me since I saw the movie in theaters, though, and it's one
Wow.
of those things. It's so haunting what he says, and when you grow older, like I didn't understand it when I first saw it, but when you do grow older, and like just thinking about what he has to say about like society as a whole, and like that, sorry, I don't want to ruin it. Anyways, but it definitely stays with you. It's very haunting. I think it is effective, but I would understand why people would not like the ending.
Anthony, would you have a hot take, a popular film that you haven't seen? I don't have the picture up for you, but I can put a banner.
Geez. Unfortunately, there are a lot of them. Like you're talking about like a Citizen Kane type movie, right?
Popular, yeah, something that's popular.
Popular movie.
Casablanca. I think.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's one I want to see that, but I think I started it once, didn't finish it, and never got back to it. So that's like I know that's a well known classic, and yeah, so that would be a big one on my list.
Nani?
There we go.
So Anthony, Casablanca is not on my list, but it would also be on mine. I slack very much with the old films, the older films from back in the day.
Yeah.
I say black and white, but I've seen many black and white films, but a lot of the black and white films from back in the day, I have not seen. Casablanca being one of them. So I'm with you there. I have not seen it. I have a feeling Shawn has.
Yeah, no,
I've seen
I
Happy Mix.
need some flying saucers or aliens or something to keep me interested, but not so much anymore. Now I've
Not an old-fashioned love story, Anthony.
I'm actually nowadays I'm happy to try anything. It's just a matter of getting to it. That's all.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
I ain't seen Casablanca, but I was lucky, like with my upbringing, I was just exposed to loads of old films.
Mhm.
So like King Kong, the old original Mighty Joe Young, Gone with the Wind, all the classics, like those kind of films. Wherever Happened to Baby Jane, all those kind of films. But Casablanca, or like North by Northwest, but Casablanca I never saw. Always got past me that one. Again, I think overexposure of that film.
Jace, read the banner.
Anthony hasn't seen Casablanca? Nani?
Alien Jaeger.
I've only seen Casablanca because of a film class in high school that forced us to watch it.
Yeah.
That's where I saw most of the, and I don't say that like it's a bad thing. It's the class that forced me to watch of classic movies. So like Casablanca, Citizen Kane. There's a couple others I could throw on the list, but the only reason I ever saw those movies is because of that class. But I am glad that I did. Whether they're the best movies or not is totally irrelevant. It's the fact of they are part of what started cinema.
Yeah.
And help kind of shape it into what it is. And again, it doesn't matter if it's like the greatest film. You gotta totally like respect it for what it is.
And
Joe
actually,
Mama.
Guys, I'm gonna check out now.
Oh yeah, man.
Awesome talking to you. And
I
so
love you,
I'll say
Anthony.
later. Yeah,
Later.
and I'll catch up on the rewatch later. Bye to everybody watching too. It was awesome seeing you guys again.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to number 2, and I didn't even know Shawn was gonna be here, but Shawn, can you already look at Joe angry? Like, can you look at him like angry? Because this is his number 2.
It's I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, please,
A little
put your
bit-
face behind the picture.
Wait,
Put your
You
face
own this
behind the-
movie. You own this
I-
movie, and you haven't watched
know.
it yet.
You're talking crap about Dan.
No, sir. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I am ashamed. I'm ashamed. As a
Okay,
massive.
we've been giving Dan a hard time about buying movies that he hasn't seen before, and you Come on.
Look, Sean, I'm going through a really tough divorce at the moment. All right, it's just
No.
what? Sean Jace, I think he's buying it. I'm sorry. Oh my god, Sean's giving me that anime thing. You know, when someone pulls the wire down, he's giving me that weird. Oh god, he really doesn't.
So you don't forget.
Take it away! What are you doing?
Spirited Away.
Oh no! Sean looks so angry. His face is going red. I can't tell.
So Joe,
where's the chair gone?
So Joe, I'd like to know why have you not seen it?
You know, I'm just. It's such a hard one to explain. That's not really. I'm an idiot. But no, like I love anime, love it to pieces. But for some reason, the live action films and I've seen him like Akira. I've seen so many live action films. This one, again, it's just a skate. I don't know what it was. I could have watched it when I had the chance when it first came out, and it looked kind of boring to me. Like when I first, and then it fit like just. But I think, like I said, with Old Country for New Men. Is that what it's called? It's like I think I was a bit too. I wasn't ready yet. I think I'm ready for Spirited Away. I haven't watched any of. I haven't watched any of his films. Studio Ghibli. I haven't watched one.
You haven't seen any Hayao Miyazaki films?
I've never seen one, Sean.
Wow. Okay. Well, bye, everyone.
Jesus Christ!
I'm out of here.
I'm sorry, Sean. Oh my god! Look at her face. I'm strangely aroused.
These honor on your cow.
He's not again. Sean, I'm so sorry, but we'll get around to watching it. Like I said, I love animation. Animation's one of my biggest passions, and drawing.
So you're doing Anna Mondays, and this is what you need to do. You need to start watching Hayao Miyazaki for the first time.
Shawn.
Like, he is one of my favorite directors of all time, and if you are an anime fan and you're doing Anna Mondays and you haven't seen a Hayao Miyazaki movie,
Shawn,
I like your hair.
First of all, the animation is beautiful. It's one of those movies that it's kind of like Harry Potter for me, where you watch the movie and you feel completely transported into this world, and it's unlike any world that you've seen before. And there's just so many different creatures. It's like the starting off point of just something so magical, and you can see this world growing, and there's so much symbolism in the film as well. And I don't know, it's just one of those movies that you just I don't know how to explain it. It just, every time I watch it, like, there's so many different things to look at and to get from it, and I can't wait for Joe to watch it.
I just bashed my tooth with my glass.
That's what you deserve.
It seems very. For me, Spirited Away, the best word I can use for it, and I guess in a way is a pun, because this is what kind of happens in the film. It transports you to an entirely different world, and in the way that a Harry Potter does. So I agree with what you're saying there, Shawn, because it is such a world in there. Not necessarily a lore. There's not really a lore, but there is a culture there that it made. Beautiful animation, Joe. It's emotional, and it has a very I want to say gut punch, but it's not really a gut punch. It's very satisfying. It's so satisfying. The ending, I find the ending so satisfying, and yet a little bit of a gut punch, because not a spoiler, but you kind of don't want to leave.
Yeah.
You know what, guys? It'll be the first episode of my Anime Mondays.
Yes.
It'll be my first one.
I'm even more excited now. Oh God, I really hope you do it, Joe.
Jace
100%,
or Dan?
100%.
Jace or Dan? Have you seen Spirited Away?
Yeah. And I not a huge anime person, but I really loved it. I thought it was so good, which surprised me. But no, it was a really good movie.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna end number 2 with Mr. Shawn's number 2.
Shawn, number 2, man.
Shawn,
I'm so intrigued.
This is actually, it's a collection of films. I think there's at least 10 of them. I don't know. There might be like 7 or 8. But it is a horror franchise that I have not seen any film from this franchise. I would have put Nightmare on Elm Street, but I finally did see the first Nightmare on Elm Street, which I loved. But this is definitely another horror franchise that I want to get into.
I think I know what it is. I knew it. I thought it was going to be that.
I knew it. Yeah.
The only reason I haven't gotten into this is because I've just heard that the first one is so schlocky and not very good. But I definitely, I mean, it's a classic, so I definitely need to, and I love horror, so I definitely need to watch this franchise at some point in my life.
The first one, it's the only issue with it is it's not what anyone's expecting. You know, we've gotten to the point where we're so used to Friday the 13th being immediately correlated with Jason Voorhees and the hockey mask and the machete, and that's not really what you get from the first one at all, like in the slightest. And I think that's why it's kind of jarring for some people, because they're like, what am I watching? It's almost like if you told a Halloween fan of Michael Myers to go watch the Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, and they'd be like, what exactly is going on here? I feel like it's somewhat, that's a stretch, but it's kind of to the same extent. Nonetheless, though, any of the ones after, obviously it's a toss-up as to which ones are good, but any of the ones afterwards would give you a pretty good idea of what you're actually looking for with Jason.
I have a question.
Jace, yes.
How did Friday the 13th turn into being so correlated with Jason Voorhees? When does he become a part of the series?
I think with the second one, or the end of the first.
The end of the first, basically, it was going to be something else. They realized it wasn't as popular at the time as, like, with the mom is the main, you know, kind of antagonist of the first one, if you will. And
what?
she's really like the one that's like kind of like the big focus of everything. And again, Jason isn't really focused till like the end. And really what they did was they noticed that there is the popularity of Halloween at the time with Michael Myers. And they kind of, I don't want to say completely just decided to copy that, but they realized that the hockey mask and the machete was their version of what Michael Myers is with the mask and the knife and, you know, a non-talking killing.
That came in the third film.
Almost superhuman to an extent.
No, the hockey mask came in the third film. The second mask was the brown sack.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
And then the third mask came in the third one.
So do you guys have any favorites from the series? Like, should I start with the first one, or should I just start with
the first, Sean? Go in order.
I would say, Sean, just watch them all back to back. My favorite's number 7.
Number 7.
Because that's the one.
That's a lot of Friday the 13th to get to number 7.
No, because that's the one where it kind of knows what it is and it has fun with it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I won't go into it because it's a fun one, really fun one. But the only thing that ruins the Final Fantasy. No, because I think the only problem with the Final Fantasy. Oh my god, the Friday the 13th, the Friday the 13th.
Video games on your mind, Joe?
I do.
He still hasn't noticed the banner.
I know. That's how tired.
Shut up. I am hungry. No, there's a lot of violence cut out. So there's a lot of scenes were cut out of the films for the rating to be brought down to an 18. Otherwise, they'll get the X-rated.
Are there unedited versions out there? Or
no, they only on like you can watch them on YouTube, but they're so bad, worse than VHS quality because they were just cut, and that's like literally they're recording the monitor of the scenes that were deleted. But number 7 was my favorite. I think they're good films. Like I every now and then I watch them back to back for fun. Some aren't good, but you deal with it.
It's by no means the best movie at all, but you should definitely squeeze in Freddy vs. Jason.
That's amazing. That film. I love that one.
I've actually seen Freddy vs. Jason, so I
love it.
I saw that in theaters with my dad, but I don't really count that as a Friday the 13th movie.
It's more of a Nightmare on Elm movie. I think it's more Nightmare on Elm Street.
It probably is, but it's a beautiful blend though. It's like it's a totally sensible way to bring Jason into that.
Absolutely. I agree. Yeah. But that being said,
theaters though, so I don't remember it at all. So I would definitely watch it if I'll
tell you. even if anything, it's also like it is one of my favorite performances of Robert Englund as Freddy. Like, I'm not, even though it's not the best movie overall, like seriously, he fucking brings it as Freddy. I think that was his last performance as him too.
Yes, sir.
Number one.
Amazing.
Best part of the night.
Best part of the night. Guys, it is our number one. Our number one, we're finally here. And what is Jonathan's top pick?
I can't wait. I can't wait. You're gonna get killed. Da, 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 da.
No, you're so kind.
I try.
Okay, so a little bit of explanation here, of course. So this is a film that maybe some people might have not even seen. Everybody's seen this film. You know what? Let me take that. Let me take that back. Let me take that back. Everybody's seen this film. It's more for me. It's more for me, though. It's more for me. I'm disappointed in myself. As you guys know, my favorite production studio in the entire world is Pixar Animation.
Oh no!
I have the Luxo lamp and ball tattooed on my calf. I adore them. I have not seen one Pixar film.
Huh?
And it's and while I say it, like, I've seen all the Cars, by the way. I've seen all the Cars. Just in case you guys think it's Cars, it's not. I've seen all the Cars.
I think I know which one it is.
Me too.
I'd like to hear it. I'd like to hear it. Shawn?
The Good Dinosaur.
Okay. Dan?
A Good Dinosaur.
Okay. Maybe Joe, do you want to guess?
Jeez.
I want to say The Incredibles.
Oh, wow. That would be a hot take, huh?
Wow,
That would
yeah,
be a
that's hot take land.
All right, Jace.
The Incredibles 2.
Oh.
That's not a real guess. I truly have no idea. I'm shocked that this is actually what even the category that it's in.
I know.
If it's Finding Nemo, I will
this
cry.
is saying something because I feel like I've gotten a chance to know you guys a bit. So I'm genuinely shocked right here.
Is
The
it
one
Wall-E?
film I have not seen from Pixar.
What?
Whoa!
John, no.
Wait,
I have-
really? That's shocking to me.
I've not seen Up. I have not
Wow.
seen Up.
Is it because you don't like to cry?
I'm confused. What? I'm just confused. Why is that the one? Like, everyone's seen that movie.
I have
It's one of the
not gotten
best.
around to it. I haven't gotten around to it. I have not gotten around to it. That's it.
It's one of the best. One of the best. It's like top tier Pixar. Like,
Can I just say, like, I feel like Dan right now, like, it's right here.
So confused.
Dude. Just make sure you don't have to get up and go do like something important right afterwards because you're gonna weep.
Yeah,
I know
literally,
what
it
happens in the
makes me
movie.
cry every time, without
Yeah.
a doubt. Like guaranteed
touching.
tears. Like
Yeah,
Marley and me. You're
Oh,
gonna die.
I know what happens in the film. Obviously, everyone and their mom knows what happens.
Hey, merchandise. How does me?
And Up, I know the characters, I know their personalities, but I haven't seen the entirety of the film. I haven't.
You know what's nice though is like this is real quick. I'll say it's one of those ones where I don't feel like knowing what happens ruins it at all because it's seeing it portrayed, right? And that's in itself what makes it so like beautiful to see. So even knowing what it leads to, obviously it'd be different if you didn't. But nonetheless, like actually seeing it play out, it's a beautifully made like little story,
Yeah.
man, and it's very touching.
I have a really hot take. I'm probably going to
Oh
lose
my
subscribers
goodness.
from this.
What?
Inside Out and Up are in my bottom 5 Pixar movies.
Huh.
Oh my god, about
Yeah.
Inside Out because I haven't seen Up.
Up, I love like the first like maybe like 20-25 minutes of it, and then with the dogs and the evil man and like the floating island, like it just doesn't work for me. I don't know why.
That's fair enough, man.
No, I gotta agree with Shawn. I think after that, the sad part that people know,
Yeah.
that's when it's not as good.
And I like when Russell
is-
meets the old man, and like I like the beginning, and then it just kind of like goes off the rails for me. But I know people love it, and I understand why.
I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed
The
it.
beginning
I
is
love it.
the beginning is definitely the peak. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'll at least
I
admit to that.
disagree. I reckon like there's like a revelation towards the end, and that's just as like as impactful as the beginning, in my opinion.
Oh, I love this. I love this.
Jonathan, your wife is disappointed in you.
Oh, she said that. Oh no.
So
Yeah,
funny.
she knows it though. I always tell her because she loves Up. She loves Up, and I think I don't know if it's her grandma or her grandfather. Her grandfather I think passed away years ago, and that was one of his favorite films is Up. So she holds it very near and dear to her heart. And
Hope
the fact
you
that I
guys feel
haven't seen
terrible.
So I have not seen it since theaters, so I have to watch it again. But
I'm worse. I haven't seen it, and you know, so I'm even worse.
That is
Joe.
completely shocking to me.
yeah, that is.
It really is.
I would have been fine with the Good Dinosaur or Brave. I would understand.
We're going to Dan's top pick.
Go on, Dan.
I wish I saved a better one for my top.
No,
That's a good one. I like it.
you never know.
I like it.
It is Avengers Endgame. No,
That would have killed me off, Dan. I'd have been what?
it is actually another kind of gangster mafia one, I believe. Scarface.
Oh,
He has
I
not
love
seen
that
Scarface.
movie.
Whoa.
Yeah, I have not seen it. But I know like I would like say hello to my little friend and all that. But yeah, no, I have not seen this one.
That's what I say every time I yank down my pants.
But I'm
Sorry.
But that's the thing is like, even if you know, like, I know the saying, like, I see dead people from The Sixth Sense, but I've never seen The Sixth Sense, so it's not the same, right? So
Yeah.
it's like the same thing there. Like, you may know, I know my little, or say hello to my little friend, but like, when you see the context of the scene it's in and everything happening, like, that's when you understand and appreciate really why it's an iconic saying from the movie.
Yeah,
That's great.
Yeah.
It's a great film.
I love
It
that
is-
movie, Dan. You should definitely watch it.
I
Though
forgot
people
I forget-
fucking hated Al Pacino for his accent after he did that movie.
Yeah, that
I
wouldn't
thought it
work
was
today.
cool.
I thought it was cool too. Tony Montana,
No, yeah, so did I. But like the people who
little
were
cockroach.
yeah, no, like he got so much flack
I fucked it,
after
yes,
it
brothers.
originally came out.
So Scarface would actually be one of those films that, to answer Anthony's question, I think it was Anthony. It's been that long. I haven't seen Scarface in that long. I remember the scenes. I remember sequences in the film, but I know that there's an underlying tone, an underlying message in Scarface that I didn't get because I was way too young.
You'd have such a different level of appreciation for it if you watched it again.
Yes, I would.
If you
So-
are going to watch Scarface, though, there's two versions. There's the normal version, and then there's the made-for-TV version, which I highly recommend watching straight after because they alternate. They make it really. They basically, in a nutshell, there's a scene in Scarface where he's talking to his mate. I'm gonna be a bit explicit now, but I'm quoting the film, and he's like, "Hey, do you know how you get the girls? Eating the pussy, man." And then, and then in the uncut version, literally, if you watch it, it's like, "Hey, you know how you get the girls?" And then they dub it over his voice, "Eating pineapple, man." And it's like,
Well, that's
hilarious.
still alluding to something very dirty.
no. It's like,
Oh
what?
my god,
That's amazing.
I want to go straight to Jace's top film.
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, it's tough because I don't know if any of these ones of the picks of mine were in a specific order, and I think probably a lot of us could say that. Nonetheless, the only one that I have remaining is one. It's probably the most recent of the films that I've picked, and I really feel bummed out because the same way that John wishes he could have seen Avatar in theaters, I wish that I could have seen this in theaters. And my last pick is Interstellar.
Ooh.
Interesting.
And here's the thing, I kind of have a good gauge of what the story is at this point. I'm aware of some surprise appearances, for lack of better terms, but I still don't know the full scope of it enough to where I feel like it's been ruined for me. Again, my only disappointment at this point is the fact that I feel like this would have been such a nice movie to see in theaters, and I'm really bummed out that I don't think I'll ever really get to experience that. Nonetheless, I really want to see it. It's right up the alley of movies and the type of genre that I like. So I feel really kind of silly that I haven't gotten around to it.
This is a hot take. Interstellar is my second favorite Christopher Nolan film, right behind The Dark Knight.
Inception.
I absolutely love I like Interstellar better than Inception.
Shit.
Yeah.
Jeebus.
I love that movie. It makes me like cry like my eyes out every single time, and the score is incredible.
Whoa.
Nice.
Wow, more than Inception.
I've never seen it. It was actually on my list of the top 10, but it's not in my top 5. Pardon? Who said that?
Losers. No.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, Dan.
I'm personally not a fan of it. It was just too long. It looks good, but it was just too long. Inception's my favorite Christopher Nolan film.
Interstellar has some of those themes, though, that also I find extremely haunting. Of like every time they go farther into space, and the passage of time. I'm not going to give anything else away, but to me, that's even more haunting. Like, I mean, I love those themes in Christopher Nolan's films. They really stick with you.
I'm telling you, man, that scene of when, and it's not a spoiler because they showed some of it in the first trailers, and when
I kind of also have an idea of what happens, by the way. But
okay, but the scene of Matthew McConaughey watching his daughter grow up. Amazing performance by McConaughey.
Chastain.
Yeah, Chastain.
And Timothée Chalamet is his son.
We going to Mr. Joe. And Joe, what are you known for on YouTube?
I'm known for horrors, my friend, for horrors of the horror genre.
So explain.
Primarily shudders.
So explain.
I can't. Sean really makes me feel really bad. His face is judgment. I've never seen Psycho in my entire life. I've never taken a dip in the shower of doom. It's a film I've never got around to seeing. I love Alfred Hitchcock.
Okay, I was going to ask you next. Have you seen any Alfred Hitchcock films?
No, one of my favorite films, my favorite thrillers of all time is Rear Window.
Rear Window is my favorite Hitchcock.
I think that's my favorite. Like that film, I was crapping myself. You know what I mean? I literally put it on TV one day, and I was like on the edge of my seat. Psycho, all I know about it is a shower and Norman Bates and who he is and who his mum is, and that's really it. I've never watched it from like for the first second to the last, and I am very ashamed.
That is nuts, Joe.
It is nuts.
You know, can I tell you something since you haven't seen it? The first time I saw Psycho, I was surprised that the movie isn't just about I guess spoilers for a 60-year-old movie.
Well, someone hasn't seen it, so
the movie isn't just about Norman Bates dressed up as his mom killing a girl. Yeah, killing a girl in the shower. That is literally the beginning of the movie, and the rest of it unravels into like I was surprised to think, wait, there's a whole like hour and a half left to this. Like that, I thought this was what the movie was about, and it's not, dude. It's about like obviously it's a murder mystery, them trying to figure out like who did this, and there's other characters at play that they develop even more than Norman Bates, and I love Psycho. I think it's a great film, and if you haven't seen the show Bates Motel, it's a great show.
I love Bates Motel.
Yes, it's good. Yeah.
Has anyone else not seen it?
Definitely.
Oh, come on, man.
I will hop on what John said. I remember watching it for the first time and like not being super excited about watching it because I'm like, I know everything that happens. You know, the lady gets killed in the shower. And I was shocked as well. Like, holy crap, like this is the beginning. And you can really see like how Alfred Hitchcock with Psycho, he like broke down barriers and conventions in cinema that had never been done before. Like there was so many surprises. And I think even though, you know, some might say like, oh, you know, like someone wrote here, even if you haven't seen Psycho, you know what happens. Yeah, but there's still a lot there that you probably don't know. So I definitely think you should check it out, Joe.
Yeah.
No, it's on my list. I'm ashamed. I've seen The Birds. I've seen Rear Window. I've seen Vertigo. I've just seen all of them. Apart from that, I don't know why.
Have you seen Psycho,
Awful.
Jace?
I have. And it's definitely something that I feel like when you see it, you could tell why it's such an iconic piece. It's another one of those where it's been redone a couple of times, but there's nothing else that's really like it though.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? There is no horror movie or anything that you could watch and be like, oh, this is like another version of Psycho. And there's something to that it's so iconic and so stand out that it can be replicated or tried to be replicated, but it can't really be like copied or, you know what I mean, to a certain degree.
Yeah.
I've never, I've been very curious to see the one that they did with Vince Vaughn, because
all I know about that one is they literally copied the original scene for scene.
Do you guys think Vince Vaughn does even like a decent job?
I think he's a fantastic. Vince Vaughn is a fantastic villain. He's in this movie Domestic Disturbance, which isn't very good, but he's extremely creepy in it. So I think he's good as a villain, but I just don't understand the point of doing a shot-for-shot remake just to have a movie in color. Like, to me, it's like, if you're going to do a remake, like, at least give us something new, you know?
We will be taking your comments after we finish up with Shawn's top film.
This might really surprise you guys. I think this is a surprising one. It's not just one film, it's 3. And it's definitely a classic in a lot of people's eyes, these 3 films. And I don't know why I haven't watched them, because I've heard so many good things, and I definitely like the genre that they exist in. So, might lose some subscribers for this one.
Never Shawn.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Maybe Shawn.
One of my favorite films of all time.
I've never seen it. Like, I know about the whole thing, like how they like had cast like one guy, and then like they'd filmed for like weeks and brought in, then they had to scrap everything. Like, I know all the behind the scenes stuff, and I've never watched those movies. I don't know why. I could not tell you.
Wow.
One day I'll have to sit down and watch them, but
wow.
They're some of the best films made. Like, literally, like the pure escapism. Like we talk about films you just drop into. That the first one especially, when we put that film on, everything around that screen, whichever screen you're watching it on, just disappears. You are like literally boom in that film. It's an amazing film. In my top 10 easily,
because they literally drop you into it. There is no context beforehand. There's no why are Marty and Doc best friends? They're just fucking best friends, and it goes straight into everything. It's actually kind of funny how like there's no mention as to why they're actually so close.
Oh, Jace, you just flipping jinxed it, man. They're gonna make a prequel film now where they flipping like how do they become friends?
Explain why they met up and everything. Oh my god,
yeah,
dude. There's a reason why it's an iconic film though, even though it's arguably got one of the most like weird and convoluted plot lines that's to it, because I mean, let's be honest, especially Shawn, if you're saying you know what's going on, I mean, like a big portion of this movie is like him not trying to bang his mom, which is like, what on earth is happening here?
The premise, for as weird as it is, works so well. The chemistry between the 2 actors, Shawn, Christopher Lloyd, and I was gonna say Marty McFly.
Might as well be, I guess.
Yeah, might as well be, right? Tangible, and without context.
Yep.
Man, I don't know what to say. It's the most Spielberg film that I love to see that wasn't even directed by Spielberg, you know?
Robert Zemeckis.
So the soundtrack is amazing. The score is iconic. And a film, and a film that ties in its sequel so seamlessly. I think that's all I gotta say. I love it.
Yep.
You should definitely watch it.
I definitely will. Like I said, I don't know why I haven't. Like I've definitely thought about watching it, but then I'd pick something else.
What did you
Guys,
Dan, do you have anything to say?
his nose.
No. No. I love these movies. They're so fun, but that's really all I have to say.
Okay.
They're great. Great films. Those were our 5, or for Shawn, his top 2 most popular films that we have not seen. We got a lot of hate today. I definitely got a lot of hate today for my choices, but it was a fun journey to go through. That being said, guys, I don't have an outro except to stay safe, be safe, and I cannot wait for the squad to come back together again, including Anthony. Bye, guys. Let's all wave.
Bye, guys. Love you.